Hello and welcome to all you Taurians. Welcome to the last monthly horoscope for 2013, for December, for your sign of Taurus. No eclipses anymore, but what else is going on? Well, there's something very significant for a Taurian going on, namely your ruler Venus is in Capricorn already from last month in November. But up until April 2014, so that is way longer than normal that a planet like Venus transits a house. Normally Venus transits a house and the sign just 1 month. It takes 1 month, and now it's going to be so many months in Capricorn. And Venus kind of likes it in Capricorn. It's not a bad dignity, so you will probably feel okay. And it is, for you, it is in Capricorn. This Venus emphasis in Capricorn is really in a very nice house as well for you. It's in your 9th house. And there are a lot of planets transiting there during this month. Not only Venus, your ruler, but also Mercury, which is a planet of thinking and communicating. And there will also be a new moon there on New Year's Eve. There's going to be the sun and the moon together, very close to Pluto, in that 9th house of yours, which is a new beginning. And what is the 9th house? It's one of the most pleasant houses to have. It's the house that is it's the house of our belief system, and it's a house of like people who have a strong 9th house and a good 9th house. They really know what is good, what is right, and actually that's already something very Venusian. You know, the value system, and to know what is good in social standards and to know what is not good. So having all this energy in your 9th house, I think you're really going to like that. It could mean a lot of stuff. It could mean that for some of you, they're going to become a bit more cultural, or they're going to travel a little bit more during that period. Or they're going to study, and when they're going to study, it's probably going to be higher studies. So not like college or high school, but probably something that has to do with broadening the mind. So philosophy, astrology, all the E's. And you will do probably very well. And around Christmas Eve, maybe New Year's Eve, maybe you're going to take that decision to study some more next year. So everything that has to do with broadening the mind, studying, cultural things to do, anything that opens your view, and that is really good for you during this period. And also having nice contacts with people from other countries, from other cultures. If you are single, maybe you're going to meet someone from another culture, or during the time that you're traveling, because Venus is love and the 9th house is abroad. So could be the case as well. So it's a really nice energy for the Taurians to have, and it's not so heavy stuff. It's just it could also mean that you are going to think about what you believe in. And is that good? Or maybe around New Year's Eve, you are going to shift some beliefs, because it's a very powerful new beginning there around that time. What else is going on? Well, the ruler of your 7th house, which is that other people in your life, that is the planet Mars, is transiting also an extremely long period of time in one particular sign. And for you, that is Libra. So it's transiting very long during that house of Libra, and that is the 6th house. So it means that for all of us, so as from December up until 8 months further, there will be spent more energy than normal into a specific certain area of life. Because Mars is the planet of action, of doing things. And it will probably take a bit time to do what you want to do, because Mars is going retrograde in that house and then goes forward again, and so forth. So it certainly doesn't mean a bad thing. It only means that it takes some time, and that's why it's transiting so long in that specific house. It's in the Virgo house, so it's in the 6th house, which is the house of your habits. Not habits, the day-to-day stuff that you do. You know, from starting the coffee machine or maybe tea, or maybe something else, to the end of the day, the routines that you do day by day, taking your children to school, work for a lot of people, the things that you do day by day, every day again, that has to do with work, is also the 6th house. So for a lot of Taurians, there's going to be a focus on that house. It could also be health. So for some of you, it will be spending more time on health issues. So maybe you are going to work hard to improve your health. Maybe you're going to take action, and it's a good time to start. It's a good time to start, like a certain regime that you want to do. It's a good time to start now in December already. Don't wait until January. But for other people, it will have to do with work. More work or more effort that you're going to put into, and being a bit all over the place when it comes to work with that Mars there. It's definitely a busy position. So I think with that nice Venus there in the 9th house, which is kind of more relaxing, it's a good balance for this very busy 6th house. So you will be solving a lot of problems. Maybe little problems, or for someone a bit bigger problems, but it's the house of you fixing things. It's the house of planning things in order to get your structure and in order to improve. It's also the house of service. Doing some service and putting action into that is also very good for having that Mars in the 6th house. So very busy for Taurians. If you're looking for a job, put all the effort into it to find a new one, and you will probably have a lot of work with that Mars in your 6th house. Now, what else? There's a nice trine, especially the 2nd week, but it's the upbuilding during the first 2 weeks of the month. There is a nice trine between Jupiter and Saturn. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Saturn is the planet of restriction and boundary. So these two in nice trine means that there is a balance between the new and the old. Now for you, so for the Taurians, this happens in your 7th house of relationships. So you have Saturn there, and Jupiter is in your 3rd house of communication. So it could mean for you that there is more balance in the communication with your lover, or there is just with your colleagues, there is a nicer energy flow there. So this is really nice. For Christmas, people who celebrate Christmas, there is a moon and a Mars conjunction there, which is Mars is action, moon is emotion. So emotions can run a little bit high, but let's have a look in which house that is for you. It's in the 5th house. So maybe with your children. If you do have any children, watch out for some ego struggles there. But I don't think it's going to be that bad with your, as I said, with that nice Venus there in the 9th house. I think you will do just fine. So that's it for you Taurians. Wishing you all the best for December. I've made a special offer for those who are interested to have a reading. Click on the link below and you find all the different kind of services that I give, because maybe I think it's the time of the year to have a reading. Who would you recommend me as an astrologer? Maybe I'm going to have a reading myself. It's always interesting, isn't it, with the new year that is coming up and the flavors that it's going to give. So wishing you all the best. Have a good month during the month of December, and see you next time. Bye bye.